Hey guys, Tom Kynaston from TK Total Fitness in Cambridge here, helping people get back in shape and back into control. As it is now coming to the end of the year, what I want to do today is hit you up with 5 top tips and things that you can implement in the new year, or things to be considered in the new year, to help you take control of your body shape and, you know, get back into shape once and for all. So number 1 is to accept. I go on about this all the time, right? This is by far the most important. Accept your body shape, accept what you need to do as a full-time thing, as a full-time business, right? And that doesn't mean that it needs to be, don't confuse, you know, frequency with intensity. When I say full-time, it doesn't mean you have to be training all day, every day. It just means that there's not an end to what you do, right? Like, the whole diet mentality it's no good at all. You know, I'm going to do this until I get where I want to be, and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to do this really uncomfortable diet protocol until I get to where I want to be, then I'm going to stop. Not sustainable. So, you know, again, accept that what needs to be done on a permanent basis, okay? There's no such thing as a diet. It's just what you eat, and your exercise schedule needs to be a full-time thing. So that kind of brings me on to number 2, which is do something which is sustainable for you, right? If you enjoy running, run. Like, you know, whatever you enjoy, do by all means. In my eyes, there's results driven training, and there's, you know, other stuff, but ultimately, you know, whatever you enjoy and whatever you stick to is going to be the best exercise to do. However, if you don't enjoy running, don't do it. You know, if you're enduring something and you just hate every minute of it, it's never going to last, right? So this is what people do often, don't they? They decide that January hits and they're going to get in shape, so they go out running for 2 hours 5 times a week, and I'd hate to do that myself. Like, honestly, I put my hands up, I would not enjoy that, and it wouldn't last long at all. So if you don't enjoy running, don't run. You know, don't do things that are not enjoyable, number 1, but not massively effective either, number 2. So at least if it's something that you're not enjoying that much, you need to know that you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, right? You need to know that it's working well for you. If you are still in the mindset of running to lose weight, weights to get bigger, then you need to really, you know, kind of think outside of that, because it's really old school, and that's really not the way it works. So, you know, running, if you enjoy it, do it. If you don't, by all means, don't do it. It's not necessary at all. Number 3 would be to eat enough protein, okay? This is, again, you know, something that I see quite frequently in people, particularly vegetarians and stuff, right? You know, if you are vegetarian, it's obviously a bit more difficult to get protein, but that's not to say it's impossible. It's definitely achievable. But eating enough protein and fat in this instance as well, right? Like, protein's the most important. Around 40% of your daily calories should come from protein, right? If you're not getting that, then, you know, your body composition especially is going to suffer as a result of that. See, losing weight and gaining weight is kind of like a small part to the picture. That's not the bigger picture, right? Say, for example, you were eating 100% carbohydrates and you were in a calorie deficit. Yes, you'd lose weight, but, you know, the vast majority of it would come from your muscle mass, right? So you'd lose a lot of muscle, but you'd probably maintain quite a high body fat percentage, and you'd lose weight, but you wouldn't look good for it, okay? So what would happen if you get enough protein and stuff is you maintain that calorie deficit, you lose weight, but you're going to maintain as much of your muscle mass as possible, so that, you know, your body fat percentage drops, but, you know, your tone and your muscle mass stays, you know, roughly where it is. And that, again, would have you looking more kind of lean and toned and athletic, right? And again, you know, I always talk about the benefits of muscle, right? Keeps your metabolism firing high, keeps your joints stable, keeps your immunity high. You know, there's countless, well, not countless, but a long list of benefits to having more muscle. So eat enough protein, eat enough fat. Fat's going to be really important for general health and energy as well. So make sure you're getting enough of those nutrients in, okay? Like I say, 40% of your protein, 40% of your daily calories should be coming from protein, in my opinion, around about that number. Number 4 would be to just generally eat less and move more. And this isn't, you know, this depends on the individual. Obviously, if someone's already in a calorie deficit and they're already, you know, quite lean and stuff like that, then I certainly wouldn't be recommending you to eat less if it's not appropriate to where you're currently at. But as a general thing, we need to eat less and we need to move more, right? When it comes to getting in shape, there's 2 real variables. And here's another thing, right? This is connected to this. There's no secret exercise that's going to magically burn body fat. There's no secret food type that's going to magically burn belly fat. It doesn't happen, right? So the two main variables when it comes to getting back into shape is to eat less and to eat better, and to move more, do more exercise, more frequency. Okay, there's those two things. So yeah, just as a general thing, eat less crap. Make sure you get, make sure what you're eating is good, and move more, do more exercise, up your frequency, depending on where you're currently at. Add more exercise. It depends what you're doing at the moment. But again, approach it with sustainability. So depending on where you're currently at, 3 times a week would be a good place to start. If you're currently doing 3 times a week, you're not seeing the results you want to do 4 times a week, do 5 times a week, whatever it takes. Do a little bit more to get you past that sticking point and to get you moving forwards, okay? And number 5 would be not to do things on the cheap, on the easy, on the quick, okay? Make an investment in yourself, right? I mean, your health is the most important investment that you're going to make. Eating healthily, eating good food is more expensive by all means, but it's an investment in yourself, and it's going to pay you back. The return on investment from eating good foods and from fueling your body the way that it should be fueled is going to be tenfold. You're not going to get ill. You're going to achieve the body shape that you desire, and there's countless benefits to eating well. So eat well, invest in solid training solutions and things that work. And again, don't eat too quick, don't eat too easy. Take a little bit of time aside to cook meals, rather than microwave things and stuff like that. Ready meals. Take a little bit of time aside to prepare your meals if that's what it takes. View your body, your health, your fitness as a complete investment in yourself, and not as a cost. It's not just some outgoing cost. It's not just a bill. Like, it's completely an investment in yourself. As long as you're consistent with the steps that I mentioned before, then it's going to pay you back tenfold in the long term. So those are the 5 things that I would recommend you do in the new year. Obviously there's a lot more than that, but I mean, they're 5 big pointers, and they obviously cover quite a big area in themselves as well. So that's what I want to say on that. Hope you find this useful. I will speak to you soon. Cheers.